Yes, yes. Good evening. Top of the evening. TGIF. This Good Friday. You're rocking out with the Sauce Master. Yours truly, Showtime Sizzle.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Yes, yes, yes. Good evening. We're gonna get to it. First, I want to share this in my group. So when I get to dropping this source, for those of y'all that want to fuck with it, y'all can fuck with it to know what I'm referencing. Like I said, shout out to my guy, World Combat Sports. Put me on to an excellent interview done by the Boxing Voice. Man, Ness and them, shout out to them. They are doing big things, big things in the game. So salute to them. Dope interview. You can really see their growth and expand in the game.
Yeah, where's those pickle things?
No, no, eat your chips, eat your ranch ones, sour cream and onion that I got you. Um, Hold on 1 second. Let me get that for her. Hold on, Ren. I got you. Give me 2 seconds. All right, I'm sorry for that brief pause. Father first, man. Coach Ring wanted some of the zesty pickle Doritos that I bought. Give those a try. They got a pickle taste to them, right? But let me pull this up over here. I'm going to share this because you know me, I shake the game up, man. Like it's a whole bunch of people that's on right now, but they're not dropping. They're not talking about nothing relevant. We're gonna get to see one thing about, like I said, the source, right? I watch everybody. That's why I consider myself real media, whether they acknowledge it or not. I know I'm real media, right? Man, I'm gonna play a lot of inserts from this. That's why I have my screen off today, like my daughter would say today. Yes, I have the screen off. You can't see me today because I'm going to do a little audio from this right here. Let me share this a couple times. This is the live stream. Shout out to the Boxers, like I said, doing big things. But let me share. I want to share my live in a couple of these boxing groups, and then I'm gonna go in. Like I said, I'm gonna come back on with the ministry. So I was gonna combine it all, but I want to get my speaking points off with this Blair the Flair Cobb interview. Dope interview too. Like, he was going in. He was going in. Definitely was going in. Interesting guy, Interesting guy. All right, let me share this in a couple of these so-called boxing groups first. Then I'm gonna drop it. All right, I'm gonna get to it. Like, see, today I'm gonna be on my shit. I'm gonna share it in mad groups, whether they receive it, decline it, or whatever. They're gonna get a chance to get a taste of the sauce today. That's how we on it, man. Cause it's like enough is enough, right? Are you guys boxing fans, or you just, All right. Now, like I said, Blair the Flair Cobb was on the Boxing Voice yesterday, and rather interesting, very interesting. Um, you know, talked about a lot of Boots Ennis and him dominating the Philadelphia scene, and being blackballed, and I think he said he's 32 years old now, still undefeated, I believe. We'll pull his box rec up later, but talked about Ugas a little bit in the interview, dominating Ugas in sparring. Like I said, I didn't go in depth and check it out because I just watched the interview today for myself, but I feel the need to share some of the stuff that he was highlighting, and we're gonna get to that. Like, he spoke on young fighters wanting the glory but not willing to put in the pain and the sacrifice and fight for it. He also referenced Earl Spence, and I'm definitely gonna play that. I'm gonna play that because real boxing fans need to hear stuff like that, and I love when actual other fighters say certain stuff, because too many times you get too many fanatic fanboy channels that you don't know the business, you don't know the game, you just when people come on their channels and say stuff like this, you automatically want to say that people are haters, they're jealous, they're mad. So when you hear another fighter, somebody who competes, say these things, it's like, man, it's a breath of fresh air, because it makes you really understand and realize what you're doing, and that your voice not only is credible, but when another fighter who competes cosigns and says some of the stuff that you have been saying over and over, but yet you are demonized. Yeah, you see the language that I'm using? Demonized as a hater, this, that, and the third. It just goes back to one of the sources, coin phrases, but hey, what do I know? What do I know? But definitely check out the interview, fire interview. I'm going to play a quick segment when this is courtesy of the Boxing Voice. Like I said, give them their props, give them their flowers. Dope interview. But I'm going to play a section in the interview where he's talking about Earl Spence, and this is the thing, right? Ness caught himself, but he couldn't catch himself. Like, dude, right? And me and my guy was talking about this, right? When you are interviewing somebody, you let them flow, man. Yeah, you let them flow. Shout out to World Combat Sports. Thank you for putting me on, man. Putting me on to that. This is my thesis, my source thesis of the day today. And I'm gonna play this quick segment, right? Where he talks about Earl Spence. I'm gonna also play a segment where he talks about media being paid. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to a lot. This was a fire interview. But I want to start it off with Earl Spence, right? And he dropped some nuggets, man. And Ness, right? Ness caught himself because it's like, all right, Ness, you're interviewing him. You can't be part of the Earl Spence protection clan. You asked the question, the man answered. The answer probably didn't sit right well with you. Because like I said, when these guys get to a certain level and a certain stature, we're going to get to all that in this, man. Because just like I said, this was a fire interview. But when you get to a certain, like, I put it like this. I would put myself in that position now. As far as like my municipality government job. People get corporate and you become a company man. And that's turned into a company brand for the Boxing Voice. Like, I guess he says something that he wasn't supposed to say in regards to a popular fighter. But listen for yourself, though. Let y'all listen for yourself, man. Like I said, this is a piece from the Boxing Voice. That's a big difference when you got somebody like that because they're dangerous. So what's the plan, though? Have they given you like some sort of trajectory? Because if guys give you a little build up into it. I mean, it's their job to get you a fight. Yeah, and a top 10 fight, like you're saying, Absolutely. I would love any one of those guys. I think right now we're working on it. We're working on. He's talking about fighting somebody in the top 10 right now. What I wanted was Mikey. I really want Mikey Garcia. He said he wanted Mikey Garcia. Like, that smoke like today, tomorrow. You gotta pay attention. Next week, anytime. Just let it play out a little bit. Last minute, I can take that. Stuff like that, because he's a good fighter, and like everybody needs. I think right now. Have they offered that name? Has that something they told you is a possibility? That was a possibility at one point. It was a possibility at one point. Adrian Broner is a possibility at one point. That's the big fight. That's the fight that's gonna sell. Everybody wants to see that fight. We have actual like real marketable. This is a fire interview. Crosses that street though. Absolutely, I think Broner crosses any street that allows him to get paid the most money, and that brings him back into relevance. And he deserves it. He deserves to be back. Since we are obviously, here with Blair, got a super chat from Casual Bass Guy. He says, Blair, given the opportunity, would you take a title shot with me? Here it comes right here. Pay attention. First. Listen. Look, I can't take Spence serious right now. He said he can't take him serious. Why? Because Blair, why you wildin'? We really don't know. He's unified champ. You see Ness right there. Chill, Ness, let him talk. Because he beat Porter. And how long ago was that? How the fuck is he even keeping these belts? How? What you mean? Like, if you don't fight, he's never been inactive. He's never gone 12 months inactive. I mean, chill, Ness. You don't need to be the mouthpiece. Just interview. Be the people's voice. The other part was the pandemic. I mean, you were inactive longer. If you want to, Yeah, but I mean, he obviously got an extension because he defended his mandatory with Danny Garcia for the WBC. Right, and then obviously he was. How did you think about that fight? What are you guys' thoughts on that? I mean, Danny doesn't let his hands go these days, man. His
long time since he stopped letting his hands go. You know, he reminds me of Adrian Broner right now, you know? They're more defense than offense.
He got comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the money. We were talking about that with Paulie, you know? You get to it's not necessarily just money, but it's like you said, comfort. You get to a certain level in your career and you just stop taking risks. You know? That's you got a family at home.
So, all right, talking about Danny. Look.
With your comments, say you can't take Spence serious.
Back to it. Let's go.
What do you say to the fan that says, well, Spence's resume at 147 is way superior to Terrence Crawford's? No. You think Crawford has a better resume at 47? No, absolutely not. But the thing is, right?
Listen, pay attention.
Is like we don't know really where Earl Spence really lands, where he stands. Let's put it like this. Why did that Manny Pacquiao fight not happen?
Good question.
The text right now.
No.
Look, here goes Ness. Like, Ness, chill, Ness.
His
See, this is where you can see where Ness is
Pacquiao didn't want the smoke.
corporate guy, company guy now.
Earl beat Mikey Garcia. I was there, 48,000 people. He's not injured.
Pacquiao gets in the ring.
No retina.
He didn't say nothing about that, though.
Everyone's in the ring. Pacquiao, I'll see. He didn't want the fight. He got called out right there in front of Floyd. In front of
stepped
everybody.
into the ring.
Stepped into the ring. He didn't want that Earl Spence fight, and he obviously chose.
I doubt that.
Bro, he obviously chose not to fight Earl. Think about.
Nah.
Chill, now. See, Ness.
Actually,
You should just let your gas flow, Ness.
Getting ready for Spence.
And why didn't he take it?
He did take it. They were already signed. He signed up. He's talking August last year, Blair, is when obviously the fight was announced and official.
Yeah, but I'm talking about.
I'm
talking about 2019. 2019 is when he was supposed to take the fight. But
March 16, 2019.
You're talking about 2019. 2019. It's 2022, Ness. It's not your job to try to protect what was said. You know, you're gonna get to that.
But no, like if Pacquiao wanted that, he did it in 2019 when he seen 48,000 people at Cowboy Stadium. I mean,
see, Ness changed the whole narrative, but Blair's gonna clean it back up.
So you know, you seen that young boy beat your record.
Earl currently has the third highest attendance there,
and Canelo has two of the highest.
Right, Canelo did 70.
Blair's gonna clean it up. Ness tried to change the whole narrative of what he was talking about.
If Pacquiao wanted some money, both in ticket sales and in pay-per-view, he'd have jumped on that. He did.
It has nothing to do with what he was talking about, though, Ness.
Pacquiao is doing a lot. You know, so like fitting that into his schedule, you know, as like a major influence in his country and trying to become the president and all that stuff. Like, I don't know, but like one thing I do know for sure is that Pacquiao really don't care. He don't care. Like, he truly believes that he's the greatest of all times. You know, so like he really don't care. Like, I don't think that not for one moment that he was actually afraid of Earl Spence. Now the thing is, right, we fast forward later on, they finally get the fight done, you know, and then like Pacquiao's training 100% for
clean it up for him,
Spence.
Blair.
As a Bon Voyage fight, though, Blair.
Chill, Ness, man. Come on,
Ness. Because the thing is, like, I'm not even
Stop it.
watching Pacquiao. You know what I'm watching? Earl Spence. My eyes is like, first of all, these two fighters, Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence,
Get
I've been
back to
watching
it,
these
Blair.
guys like more than they probably ever watched themselves.
Get back to it, Blair. Clean it
I know
up.
them more than they know themselves. You know, and like when I say that, like, one of the things that I can't really take serious right now with Earl is because, like, what happened? And then we say, then this happened. The detached retina.
Great
You
question.
know how you get a detached retina and fucking sparring? He must have been getting his ass kicked.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know how really bad that accident had plagued him. We don't know how, like, we don't
So
know
I
the
guess
position
I
Earl
would watch the interview for yourself so you can see
Like,
Ness's reaction.
At what time they were like, it was like finally Earl is talking about fighting Terrence Crawford. That's because like he literally just got out accident, and he's probably shot. And like in his mind of like, oh shit, I'm shot. Like I might as well just go ahead and make the money. You know what I see? I see a lot of fear in Earl Spence. I see a lot of
Damn, Ness. Chill, Ness.
I see a lot of fear.
You gotta let the gas just flow, Ness.
Like Mikey Garcia is a tune-up for him. He's tailor-made for him.
He means Danny.
Philadelphia boy?
Danny Garcia. Yeah, at that particular time, yes, he's a tailor-made fighter.
Ugas is a tune-up because he's coming over a detached retina straight into Ugas.
See that? I would love to see that. But
well, that's happening. April 16th and 18th.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. But let's just put like
unification.
Ugas is the weaker fighter out of every.
Wow.
Ugas out here in Vegas.
Chill, Ness. See, that's what Ness. Just let him flow, Ness.
Let's see what happens to fucking Ugas when he gets in the ring with Blair and Flair. It happened already.
Oh, so you sparred him. That's Silas?
Man, I spanked him so bad, I discarded who the hell he was. I never.
All right, let's break down some of that, and I'm gonna get to some more sections because he talks about other stuff. But man, he brought up valid points that a lot of YTC channels love to ignore. They don't love to talk about, or they want to do what Ness did. That's why that was an excellent segment there. When certain things was brought up about Earl Spence in that segment. And you guys, you see, I got the picture up here. I shared it in my group. Feel free to watch the whole interview. It's a long interview. The podcast is over, I think, 2-3 hours. But feel free to check it out. But look what he says. He doesn't really know about Spence, right? I've seen a couple of channels myself, others say the same thing. Now you're hearing fighters say it. Other fighters were saying it too, but a lot of them, they're like Ness. They want to be corporate. They don't want to be, boxing is, this was a dope interview, man. A lot of stuff that Blair the Flair said, he's going to get, they're going to drown him out and say he's trolling, capping and all that. But he dropped a lot of nuggets, a lot of gems. That's why I felt the need to do the podcast on that today and highlight some of the work that the Boxing Voice did and him talking on there. Now, he brought up a great point, and I love that he said that because, see, me being who I am, when I say it, I guess because of my past history of dealing with their team and him, they want to always say that I'm a hater, I'm jealous. No, but I'm a guy that's actually in the gyms. I'm actually around fighters 7 days in a week. Any given day, I'm in the gym 4, sometimes maybe 5 days out the week. My daughter's 2. So when he says the part about getting the detached retina and sparring, he was getting beat up. Man, when he said that to me being who I am, knowing being in the gyms, that is a strong possibility. But like I said, it's all speculation, alleged. But when he said that, that resonated in me. Because like I said, I'm in the gyms. I be around sparring sessions. So that was a valid point. And watch the interview for yourself, because you're going to see Ness's reaction. You see his co-host's reaction. Facial expressions say it all. But we're going to get to more out the interview. He also was he wants to fight Terrence Crawford. He thinks that more young fighters need to fight one another. Another thing that he was referencing, I love that, how fighters are scared to lose they owe. Like, they feel like if they lose they owe, they not worth anything. The next thing that I'm going to get to, he talked about Devin Haney a lot too in this. But what he talked about Devin Haney that I want to highlight, like, I'm trying to keep this under an hour, but I could really be on this for for a long, long time. And I'm only showing y'all this because if my guy, Scotty White, will tell you, I put this together. I think I was talking to Scotty around lunchtime, 12 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock, right? I put this together running lows, and that's why I said I really multitask. I put this together in about an hour, because it took me an hour to actually watch the whole interview, and I didn't even finish it. But I had to break my truck down, set it up because we get some snow up here, so I had to, put a sand and spreader on, and then I actually got a chance to digest this interview. And amongst other things, I was watching other stuff too. But I'm gonna go to when he was speaking on Devin Haney and some of the stuff he says about Devin Haney and paying media and media being paid. Man, this is a good interview, man. Certain interviews and certain, when guys drop gems, a lot of the YTC community, a lot of the boxing channels that feel like they are fluent, influential in the game, it's stuff like this that gets said that they really like to sweep underneath the rug, because what he is doing is exposing the game. So let's get to that. This is the next section that I'm going to get to. Yes, I muted it because I want to get the exact point when he says it. I think it's right around here. Hold on. So I'm doing it like this because I know if I show the actual video, that is copyright. But by me just playing the audio and talking over it, it gives it a little, what's in there. But he's gonna talk about the whole JoJo Diaz Devin Haney fight. Give you a little back build up into what he's talking about.
It was close. Man, that's what I saw. I felt like the majority of the media felt that it was an easier fight for Devin than Linares. Who's paying these guys?
We already said who's paying these guys.
The judges or the media?
The media.
You see, you hear Nessa's laugh? Hold on, let's bring that back. Did you hear Nessa's laugh? See, Ness knows, man. They been bought him.
The moment he traps,
Pay attention, y'all. This is the sauce, man. You rocking out with your Shitty Showtime Sizzle. I am the sauce. He's talking about Devin Haney.
He gets him into the corner, trap, done, ass whooping, and then he gets out and they separate, and then Devin Haney has to float on, skate on ice, and then slowly but surely, JoJo traps him again, ass whooping. And it's like the rounds where JoJo was winning, they were completely one-sided. The rounds where you can say Devin Haney was winning, it was close. Man, that's what I saw. I felt like the majority of the media felt that it was an easier fight for Devin than Linares. Who's paying these guys?
Who's paying these guys?
The judges or the media?
The media. And the judges are like, who's paying these guys? Remember that this guy got some money, man.
Who's this guy?
My boy, Devin Haney.
Damn.
He's paying the media?
Devin Haney, his father, they're very good businessmen. And
Les knows what's up, man.
Boxing incredibly.
Look at his face.
Honestly, I wish I was them.
Look at Ness's face, man. Watch the interview. Damn, Ness. You can't even hold it.
He started his career in Mexico at 17.
And
Exposed him, man.
he didn't start his career in Mexico.
I mean, outside of the amateur career, yeah, he turned pro in Mexico.
Going to Mexico for these quick
Just 17 years old. 17, 18, like most fighters aren't even pro yet. What? No.
Like when you got skills.
Yo, Ness is the worst, man. I like Ness though, man.
Yeah, you might be 17, and no, you might not have devastating power. I mean, look, Devin Haney's never been that power puncher. But one thing that we know for sure, he can stay safe. They trained him to be a defense first fighter. So when you put somebody like that in a ring with somebody that just don't know how to box or just flat footed and really, that's really going in there to lose. Obviously, I would put my son in there too if he was Devin Haney. Like, oh yeah, it's time for you to go. Like, well, like you already sparred all the top professional fighters. So like, yeah, let's just go ahead and let's see what you can do. I mean, obviously, slowing it down. Obviously, like most of his career was padded with easy fights, but once that happens,
damn, this is done. That's just done, man. That's no, he just had Bill Haney on the show, man.
Mason Menard, that was easy. Easy fight. Common opponent with Teofimo Lopez.
Every opponent now with Devin Haney name on it would be an easy fight. Like even if Jojo Diaz.
But because you think he's skilled, then.
One, yes, he's incredibly skilled.
Okay.
Two, they're calculative. They know exactly what type of a fighter to put him in there with and what it's going to look like. They're not playing the numbers game, whereas though, okay, the chances, no, they don't play by chance.
But they were chasing Vasile. They were chasing Vasile. They were chasing Teofimo. Now they're chasing Camboso. Those aren't guaranteed wins. Those are the top guys.
No, but look, it's kind of cool to like call somebody out that like really not paying you no mind.
Man.
He's not paying you no mind. But now I would actually like to see it now.
Damn.
I feel like shit.
All right, let's stop it there, man. Yeah, y'all gotta digest this, man. Man, y'all gotta digest this. See, Ness knew he just had Bill Haney on earlier in the week. Today is Friday. I think Bill might have been on Monday or Tuesday. He highlighted a lot in there, man. Media being paid. Here is another guy coming out saying that. Shout out to my guy. I had Bernie the Boxer on my platform. Bernie the Boxer said that. See, I'm laughing because, man, shout out to my guy, World Combat, man. He knew. World Combat is a smart dude. He's a genius, man. He knew by him putting me onto this, and he knows how my source is now. I was going to have a field day with this. I was going to have a field day with this. So when I was watching this, I'm like, why isn't nobody talking about this? What kind of YTC community are we living in? Like, but it is, they can't, because look who the two segments that I just broke down, right, are two of the biggest guys who get narratives pushed for them. And if you listen to what Blair, Flair, Cobb was saying, the media is paid. Guys aren't taking risky fights. It's all calculated, and they know the outcome. See, he just went totally against the algorithm of what is being pushed out here and what is being allowed. Ness knew that. That's why Ness was like so he was caught up, man. He was caught up, man. Like Ness, I wish Ness was more like my guy. I wish he was more like Fred in that aspect. Like barbershop conversation lets these guys talk, man. Well, it is man. Dope stuff though, man. Dope stuff. He talks about Boots Ennis a lot in the interview. Like I really want to go more into it, but I'm not trying to risk getting YouTube is tricky when it comes to uh, these things. But you see, I highlight that's the boxing voice. Definitely check it out for yourself, man. Fire interview, man. The show was fire. Like I said, salute to them over there, man. They're doing big things. Like they have the budget behind them. They have a bag behind them. You can tell. It's so obvious now. And man, yeah, that was good work, man. I just wish Ness would just like I know, like I said, see when I want to say this without offending them and offending anybody that takes payola and all that. Um, that's why it's not good to take payola, man, from fighters and things of that nature. Because see, when you do that, right, and a guy comes on like this and he gives you that raw, that poulet, you gotta play the fence or you gotta try to spin it. And I just showed you 2 segments where Ness tried to spin it, man. Instead of just letting, Blair the Flair do what he does, man. But like I said, dope work, dope interview. Definitely check that out. I got a pot roast cooking. I want to get to my ministry sauce because the ministry sauce, like, I'm cool with this doing the boxing. This is it is good business. But like I said, I'm trying to really. Somebody told me I'm a mogul, a media mogul, and that's correct. And that's what I'm trying to do. Different programming, different segments. Nasaya, come on, it's time. You got 2 minutes. I want you to come on here and talk about what you made me and your mother for what's your name?
For Valentine's Day?
Yes. No. Narina, you come second. Let Nasaya go first.
It's pink.
No. Here, put the headset on.
Well, it's pink.
You gotta speak. Tell them your name.
Hello, my name is Nasai, and I made something for my mom and dad. It's a picture. It's pink, and I'm blowing kisses, but the kisses are hearts.
Okay, where did you make it?
At school.
Arts and craft. What class?
Miss, our my class.
Okay, well,
Room 13.
no, was it arts and craft?
No, there's no arts and craft. Just regular class.
Say that. That's what you gotta say.
And there.
No, get that out of your mouth. Speak.
And there's like different sizes of the hearts. And I'm room 13, Southeast Elementary School.
And what happened this week when Narina stopped doing that?
She put Vaseline on her head.
No, stop. What happened this week with you when the kid being bad and they had to switch the seats? Why did they switch your seat?
They're not.
Talk about it.
They're not being bad. It's because 2 kids weren't getting along. So Ms. Ann said she could put me anywhere because I'm friends with everybody.
Good. All right, that concludes your little segment. We're gonna do this every day because you get comfortable talking on the radio station. Thank you. Yes, that was CEO on the side getting a little more media work in. Be on the lookout for them March 19th. They got interviews lined up. Fight week, you know the vibes. Nah, you know the vibe. Go ahead, they can hear you go.
Hello, my name is Coach Reen, and I like to I made something at school, not an art at the class.
Okay, what did you make?
Well, I made a heart that had the lines on it.
What colors does it have?
It has orange, it has purple, it has red, it has pink, it has blue, it has yellow, and it has green.
Okay, why did you use all those different colors?
Well, I used them because my teacher, Miss Burton, told me to use them. Everybody used them. Even my friend Lucas used them.
Good. That is very good.
And
How long did it take you to make that?
For
4 hours?
not 4 hours. Like we spend that like 10 hours.
10 hours?
Yeah, 10 hours.
So it took you 2 days at school? Because you don't go to school for 10 hours.
No.
You sure it was 10 hours?
No, like we did it. Like we did in the classroom. We didn't. We had it.
It was a project that you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
We made a card. So can I show you? There's the card. I'll be like.
Yeah, thank you. No, that's good. Thank you. You did your segment. That was good. That's great work by Coach Reen. You see how I am grooming them along. Coach Reen brought in her Valentine's Day project that she did. Great work. Huh? Yes, that was Coach Reen and CEO Nasiah's segment. I think I'm going to start incorporating that a little bit more, bringing them and sharing the experience of the Source Talk podcast with them so you can see their transition and their growth with this as well. Yes, once again, this was Friday Closure. Definitely check out that boxing voice interview with Blair the Flair. It'll probably get swept underneath the rug. You'll probably get a lot of he's capping, he is clout chasing, but no, he was also dropping a lot of gems in there. And excuse me, like he said, he is marketable. Definitely can sell a fight. Like I said, he references YouTubers and having the ability to fight. Like it's I could have really want more and more in depth, but like I said, I just gave my take on the Boxing Voices interview that they did with him. So what I am saying to others is watch the interview. See, one thing others that's out here in YTC, you see how I promote others' work. It is what it is. Like, that's why I'm promoting this for the Boxing Voice. Watch the interview. Dope interview. I think he comes on around like the hour. I want to say the hour 9, maybe before that. But even before that, you have Paulie Anaji. You have the lady from the Zone Matchroom Network, Claudia. Can't think of her last name. She's on there. Dope work, man. Just check it out, man. But yes, give me about 6:30ish. I'll come back on with the Ministry Evening Source. And you know the vibe, man. Thank you for rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. This was episode 305. My take on a dope Blair the Flair Cobb interview. Some may say he is capping. Others will say he is trolling fighters. I say he was just bringing the sauce.
This is your boy Jamel Simplify Herring, and I'm with the best in the world, the best from Long Island, the Sauce Talk Podcast. Hey, we doing big things. Shout out to everybody out there in LI as well. Simplify, salute.
Yes, you know the vibes.
I want to shout out to my man Shot right here. The only one to do it, the realest one in the whole game, all right? Just want y'all to know, this is E Cruz, a.k.a. Captain Chaos. You know how I rep, keeping it real. I follow it real, because I am a true boxing fan. If you are a true boxing fan, follow my man, Shot News, to the fullest.
All right, you know the vibe.
The World Combat Sports with the one and only
Sauce Talk Podcast in the house.
That's right. You know the vibes.
Yes, sir. The one and only Boxing Guru, aka Wildman. I'm here with the Sauce Talk Boxing Podcast.
Thank you,
Support
Chip.
us.
Thank you. You know the vibes.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.